Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Cheesy here bringing you some more Go Battle League battles. Today we're jumping into the Holiday Cup, but before we can do so, I'd like to then take the opportunity to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Hope you guys have a fantastic day and make many memorable moments with the family. Today I'm running a team of Frostlass, VENUSAUR as well as Vigoroth. Frostlass having Powder Snow, Avalanche and Shadow Ball, VENUSAUR having Vine Whip, Frenzy Plant and Sludge Bomb, and Vigoroth being my safe swap having Counter, Body Slam and Bulldoze. Let's jump into the first battle. We have Frostlass against Lantern. I must say I've seen Lantern leads like almost every matchup. Switch directly into my Vigoroth, which is my safe swap. He then meets me with an Altaria. I can then spam these Body Slams. What I'm thinking here in my head is I need to try and get my VENUSAUR on the Lantern. So if needs be, I'm gonna shield or double shield to try and get the Lantern on the VENUSAUR, because the Lantern won't be able to do any damage or much damage rather to the VENUSAUR. I spam the last Body Slam. I see the opponent doesn't shield. He tries to farm down, but I get there before him. He now comes in with the Lantern. This is what I love. I can then come in with my VENUSAUR. Let's see what the opponent then does. He's going to charge up. He switches out into his Vigoroth. I'm going to throw one Frenzy Plant. If he doesn't shield, I'll switch into my Frostlass. And from here I can then just Powder Snow down. Nothing the Vigoroth can throw that's going to threaten me. The opponent knows that. He then concedes the battle. GG's to my opponent. Next matchup, we go into another Lantern lead. I switch into my Vigoroth. Opponent's going to throw a charge move. This is going to be a Surf. He didn't charge up to a Thunderbolt. After the opponent throws the stuff, he stays in. I'm going to continue farming. I then throw a Body Slam on my side bait. Lucky he switches on his Vigoroth. This is not a bad thing for me. I can now go for another Body Slam on my side. Let's see if the opponent does shield on his side. The opponent does. I can now spam another Body Slam on my side. Let's see if the opponent is going to double shield. The opponent then double shield, which is great for me. I'm just going to come and eat all of this energy up with my Frostlass. Even if he throws a Bulldoze, which he does, not going to do much damage. Takes half of my health, but it's not bad. Going to continue farming. The opponent's going to throw here. It's going to be a Body Slam, but I have to shield. It's going to bring me too low. Let's see where the opponent now comes in. He comes in with his Lantern, and I do a perfect swap into my VENUSAUR and catch the charge move. It's going to be the Surf. Opponent now comes in with a Sableye. Sableye not a bad pick for this meta. I haven't seen much Charmers really around. Going to throw one Frenzy Plant. Brings the Sableye quite low. That's very good for me. I'm going to shield, and this should also then be GG's. Going to allow me to then farm the Sableye down, and I can throw one Frenzy Plant against the Lantern, and it's over, and the opponent leaves the matchup. Jumping into the next matchup, Frostlass against Vigoroth. Also a very good lead on my side. He then comes in with a Dance Pass. I'm thinking whether I should have swapped out sooner. I then throw the Avalanche. Let's see if he shields. The opponent doesn't shield. I can now go into my Vigoroth. Gonna look to counter down. The opponent goes for a charge move. He throws a Drill Run. Doesn't do much damage. It's fine. I actually don't farm down. I throw the Body Slam so I don't get hit with another move. He comes in with his Vigoroth again. We're gonna keep countering each other. I'm gonna throw one Body Slam on my side. Opponent no shield. We actually CMP tie, which is great for me. The Vigoroth now takes me out. Just waiting for the timer clock to then go down. I then come in with my Frostlass. He switches out into Obstagoon. I got a good answer for Obstagoon. I come in with my VENUSAUR, resisting all of this counter damage from him. Not going to shield the first move in case he gets a boost. Would like to definitely then shield the next one. Going to throw a Frenzy Plant. Opponent shields here. That's actually a CMP tie. Opponent throws a nice play. Does he get a boost? He doesn't. Going to continue farming. Looking to throw exactly on CMP so the opponent doesn't sneak in any fast moves. I think good counting from my side. It's another CMP tie. Opponent now throws another Night Slash. I don't need to shield this. What I'm thinking is I can come in with my Frostlass. Just throw one Avalanche. This should take out the Obstagoon, and then it leaves then the Vigoroth with the Frostlass and nothing the opponent can do. GG's to my opponent. Coming into the next battle, Hunter. Quite a tricky matchup here. I stay in hoping to try and catch the Shadow Punch on my side, but the opponent doesn't throw immediately. He now goes for a charge move. It's the Ice Punch. I'm going to throw the Body Slam. I know it's resisted, but Hunter being so squishy, it's going to do a decent amount of damage. Opponent now throws another charge move. This should also then be the Ice Punch. I no shield it. I throw the Body Slam on my side, but the opponent does swap out into a Golbat. This is quite tricky for me. I come in with my Frostlass. I know that this is going to be a Poison Fang. Not going to do any damage, but because it debuffs me, the Golbat can now wing attack me down. If he double shields, let's see what he does. He shields the first one. I managed to get to another avalanche. Gonna throw the avalanche immediately. He double shields and then farms me down, and yeah, there's nothing that I can do on my side. Venusaur, even if I farm down this Golbat, he's gonna come in with Haunter, and then we'll see what he has in the back. I still got 2 shields, but definitely nothing Venusaur can do. He comes in with a Wigglytuff. I think if I could have played it a bit better, I could have landed the Wigglytuff on my Venusaur, and then it would have been a very good matchup for me, and maybe could have tried to flip it. I then concede the match knowing I can't do nothing on my side. GG's to my opponent. Jumping to the next battle, another Lantern lead. Straight into my safe swap Vigoroth. Gonna continue farming. He then comes in with a Frostlass. I'm gonna go straight for the Bulldoze, hoping to at least get a shield or do half damage. Opponent's shields on his side. Opponent continues to farm. He knows that it takes me quite some time to get through these Bulldoze. Opponent goes for the Avalanche, a shield. I think maybe a slight misplay on my side, because now I have to double shield to throw the Bulldoze, which will also not take out the Frostlass. Gonna throw the Bulldoze here. Gonna continue farming, and I'm gonna catch on my Frostlass. Very nice catch. This is definitely gonna be the Avalanche, which will do not super effective. Opponent comes back in with the Lantern. He's gonna throw either the Thunderbolt or the Surf. Let's see what he throws. He throws the Surf. This should allow me to then get to my Shadow Ball. Gonna throw the Shadow Ball. Would do a decent amount damage to the Lantern. He actually shields, which is good for me because this can now be my win condition. And because we swapped out, we are now switch locked into this battle. Gonna go immediately into my Venusaur. Take as much energy as possible, because with energy I can then threaten whatever is in the back. He goes now for a Thunderbolt. Not super effective. Tries to catch on his Frostlass. I just farm down. Let's see what the opponent has in the back. He's also waiting for his timer to come down. He comes in with the Lantern, farm up slightly, go for the Frenzy Plant. This should take out the Lantern. What he has in the back, he has an Obama Snow, a Shadow Obama Snow. Going straight for the Sludge Bomb. This should bring him low enough. Switching to my Vigoroth. A quick play, throwing the Body Slam, and this should be GG's to my opponent. Very well played. Next matchup, we look at Frostlass against Graveler. Not a bad matchup. I think I could have stayed there through the Avalanche and tried to catch, but I switched quickly into my Vigoroth because I got 2 answers for the Graveler. Gonna spam these Body Slams on my side. Altara not shielding on his side. He's gonna now throw the Sky Attack. I'm debating whether I should shield or not, but I do end up shielding, thinking I can flip switch advantage. Gonna continue farming, throw the Body Slam. Let's see if the opponent now spends the shield on his side. The opponent does. He's gonna continue farming. He throws brilliantly, trying not to give me as much farm so my Vigoroth can bring him quite down so that Frostlass doesn't get much farm on him. Gonna wait for the time a little bit, then come in my Frostlass. Only managed to get 2 Powder Snows down. He comes in with his Graveler. Gonna throw the Avalanche immediately. Let's see if the opponent does shield it on his side, which he does. It's actually a CMP tie. I'm debating whether I should shield or not, but I don't shield. It's a Rock Blast. Switch directly into my Venusaur. He meets me with a Gliscor, doing neutral damage with these Vine Whips. Gonna throw the Frenzy Plant. Does a lot of damage to him. Opponent continues to farm, debating now whether he's going to throw the Earthquake or the Night Slash. I shield. It is the Night Slash bait. Lucky no boost on his side. I throw the Frenzy Plant immediately. Let's see, now it's going to be a race to the finish if he can get through to the Rock Blast or Stone Edge. Opponent does. Let's see if this takes me out. Venusaur surviving, and I managed to get to the Frenzy Plant. Throw one fast move by mistake, thought I wasn't in the move already, and this should take out the Graveler. GG's to my opponent. Venusaur coming in clutch there. Next matchup, Lantern again in the lead. Go directly into my Vigoroth safe swap. Gonna continue to farm. Opponent throws after 5 sparks. This is definitely a Surf. No need to shield that. Opponent now comes in with Wigglytuff. I continue to farm. I tried to throw my Body Slam. For some odd reason it did not click. It continued to over farm. I was already at 100 energy. Gonna spam these Body Slams out, hoping to at least switch. And I managed to at least take switch advantage, even though I lost a few fast moves there, or actually fast move energy. I now can align my Venusaur onto my Lantern, and this should be great. Nothing the opponent can do can threaten me. Go for a Frenzy Plant. Opponent no shield. He comes in with a Talonflame. Very nice play on his side, knowing that Lantern got no play and Talonflame got play against the 2 mons in the back. I throw the Sludge Bomb, switch into my Frostlass. He goes for a Flame Charge. I have to shield. Let's see if I can get through to this Avalanches quicker than he can to his Flame Charges. Opponent throws another Flame Charge. Need to throw perfectly as he throws his fast move, waiting and then throwing my Avalanche. Now it's going to be the race. The next one, can he take me out? Doesn't take me out, and I managed to get to the Avalanche. This should take out the Talonflame, it should be GG's. Team is definitely weak to Talonflame, but I haven't seen much of it. Next matchup, we have Lantern again. Going to my Vigoroth. Opponent now meets me with a Skarmory. This is not a bad matchup, even though I'm doing resisted body slams. My counters will add up. Just need to make sure I throw perfectly, try and get as much fast moves as possible in to try and flip this matchup. Opponent goes for the Sky Attack, I shield. I then go for the body slam, counting his moves here. Opponent no shields on his side. I'm gonna throw the next body slam, hoping to at least get a shield from the opponent. Opponent now shields. He's gonna now throw his charge move, which should be the Sky Attack. I can now counter and farm down, which then I can align my Venusaur to the Lantern. He does a quick swap into his Pelipper. That's not a bad matchup. I just need to try and land this Avalanche, but I got no shields on my side. Gonna go straight for the Avalanche. Let's see if the opponent does shield on his side. The opponent does shield. Now it's quite tricky, because if he can farm up enough energy, he'll be able to throw the Hurricane on my Venusaur if I come in, or if I come in Vigoroth, he can then throw the Weather Ball and should take me out. I wait for the switch timer to go down. I come in with my Venusaur. Now it's going to be a race to the charge move. I actually do get to the charge move, but over tap, and he manages to get his charge move off, and it is the Hurricane which takes me out. Nothing I can do on my side. Vigoroth, even though you can spam these body slams, depending on what his last one is going to be. Come to the Lantern, and that's GG's. I had a great run with this team, had an 8-2 run with this team. I think few misplays on my side, but definitely a strong team. If you're new to my channel, please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.